Good morning, Stampers. My name is Elizabeth and you've reached Stamp, Scrap and More. Have you ever heard of the phrase, a happy customer is a happy demonstrator? Well, yesterday Ethel stopped by to pick up her order and she was having a problem with something, so I was able to help her out and she went away happy, so that made me a happy demonstrator. So Ethel, this video was inspired by you, and I hope that if you're watching this that these tips help you out. I just have to say that they're nothing that I've created. They've been around for a while, but you may not have seen them before, and it's my pleasure to share them with you. The problem Ethel was having was with regards to her Festive Flurry Framelit dies, and in particular the large die. Her framelit was not cutting, and you can see up here, she actually brought this with her yesterday. It was not cutting cleanly, and she was getting frustrated and was wanting to know why it wasn't working for her. So I gave her a couple of tricks, and I'm going to share them with you now. So the first thing I mentioned to Ethel, she's using Cuttlebug and I'm using the Big Shot, but it's the same principle. After a while, our cutting plates get really well worn. You see that? And yes, I know I need a new one. It's on order. But not only do they get worn, but they also end up with a bit of a curve to them. It doesn't matter how many times I try to remember to flip it. Every time I put it through the Big Shot, eventually it gets a curve. There's a curvature to it. If I was to build my sandwich and put this on the multi-purpose platform, see the rocking? So you can tell there's quite a bit of a curve in there. And then I put my paper down, and then I put my framelit on top, and then I'm going to put the next plate on top of that. But because of the curvature, and it's more noticeable with the larger dies because it spans a bigger area, there are hollow spots. So there's spots where the framelit is not touching the cardstock. And depending on your machine, some are calibrated tighter than others, and nothing that we can do about it. It's just the way the machines are, and you get to know each machine. Sometimes, and it may not happen for you, but if you don't have a really tight machine, when you put this through your Cuttlebug or your Big Shot, it's not gonna make contact all the way around because of the curvature. So the first thing I suggested to Ethel was to flip it over so that the curve is on the top, and then build your sandwich and slide it through the machine. That may work and solve the problem, but eventually you are gonna, sooner than later, gonna have to buy a new cutting plate. So that was the first suggestion. The second suggestion I had for her, and I think she actually liked this. I'm gonna bring the Big Shot over. Is I'm going to build my sandwich, and I've got the multi-purpose platform, the cutting plate, the cardstock, and then through the magic of wax paper, I know something so simple, I'm putting the wax paper down, and I'm going to put the framelit on top. Now, if you've got the magnetic platform, this might be easier because the wax paper is slippery. When you put your top plate on, just make sure you don't knock it off of the cardstock. And I'm going to put that on. I cut the cardstock just a little too short on one side. Let's see here. I'm going to run this through my machine, and I'm going to show you how easily it comes off of the die. How easily the cardstock comes off the die, or the die comes off the cardstock, either way. So there we go, and I'm going to take the framelit off. Ta-da! Wax paper, and there you go. There you have yourself a beautiful Festive Flurry Tempting Turquoise Snowflake. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope that these tricks helped you out, and have a great week, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.